everyone. Today we got to play My City. So My City is a Tetris. You said something yesterday when we played it. Geometric.
A polyomino. That's what they refer to as Tetris. That's what all the cool kids say nowadays. Because I'm hip. Actually, it's my hip that goes out usually. But
all right, but before we get into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because you want to see all the different games that we're going to play and get our take on it. Tell us more about this game.
All right, this is My City. It was released in 2020. It's got a Board Game Geek rank of a rating of 7.9. It's actually ranked 394th overall on Board Game Geek at the moment. It's designed by Rainer Knizia, a very popular designer. Artist Michael Menzel, and published by Cosmos Games. It's got an MSRP of $34.95, but you can probably find it elsewhere cheaper for roughly $25. It's about what it's going for.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk about quality of pieces. So quality of pieces, you have your standard cardboard tiles that you can use to play. You have a cardboard.
They're in 3 colors.
Yeah, in 3 colors, blue, yellow, and reddish orange. Something. You have the cards, the deck of cards that actually picture all of them, and we'll talk about
the cards
why.
don't have any texture.
There's no texture. I think they're good.
Well, I don't know. They're kind of.
They're okay.
They're okay, but you're not.
They're okay. They're not thin. They're not thick. They're
shuffling
okay.
them and using them as a draw pile to determine. I mean, eventually they're going to wear out, but
it's not that big deal. You have a single cube for your color to do your score.
No, it's not a color. They're all the same color. It's just a marker. But it's a 2-sided board. One side is for the legacy game.
Yes.
And the other side is for if you want to play everybody ongoing.
Yeah, so we started playing the legacy game, so that's kind of what we're going to base our
So we're showing you,
on.
we're not doing any spoilers, we're showing you the stuff from without, because we play a 3-player legacy game, so we have one board that's not tampered with at all.
Yeah, so you got to kind of see that. So, quality of pieces wise, nothing exciting here. 5.
Yeah, 5 is about all you can get on this.
Yeah.
I will say there's more components, but we're not showing you them because they would be spoilery.
But are they in the same 5 realm or a little bit more, you think?
No, so far I haven't seen anything that would put it out of 5.
Yeah, so still 5. All right, so now talk about themes. So you're building a city. You have certain places that you can build, certain places that you can't. You get bonuses if certain areas are exposed versus not. When you get done building with all of your buildings, if you have any buildings left over. So you're just building a city. Theme-wise, not very strong.
No,
art's pretty basic. Nothing too grand. I would probably give theme on this probably a 5.
If that, yeah. I'd say, I mean,
Catan level here.
Catan doesn't really have anything either. Yeah, I guess a 5's fair. I mean, it's purely.
It doesn't detract from the game.
It's purely a puzzle tile laying polyomino game. It's as generic of one as you can get, and the rules in the game are established as you play through the campaign, or the legacy.
So we're only going to be taking about
round
one.
What you
round
have
one rules.
in the if you played just straight out of the box with nothing else. Now, I will say when we get to the rule book, there's 2 sections of rule book. One is on the legacy game, which is the first section, that's when they strongly recommend you play first. And then there's
we're only going to talk about round 1 legacy.
Yeah, we're not talking about the ongoing, the other side of the board yet, because some of the features on the other side of the board you will discover as you play the legacy game. So while it's there and you can look at it right out of the gate, we are staying away from that for now.
Yeah. All right. So then, theme-wise, we both said this. Rules. How are the rules?
So the rules are very simple in this game. I mean, this is pretty straightforward as you can get. And if you do not want to read the rules, they actually have a scanny thing on the front that you can scan, and it'll teach you how to play the game.
Dude, sign me up.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, basically all you're literally doing in the rules, which we'll go over the gameplay. The rules will give it an 8 because there's not much to rate. It's such a simple game.
So rules are pretty straightforward. So basically you have your board. You cannot, so the first tile has to be placed on the river. It cannot straddle the river.
No, it has to straddle the river. It cannot cross the river.
That's what I meant. So it cannot cross the river. So basically, and then you do know that you get negative points if stones are visible, but you get bonus points if there's trees visible at the end of the game. And notice that there is a forest that you cannot place on, and then there's a mountain that you cannot place on.
Yeah, the stones you can.
Yeah, so basically the first card up is a blue square. You're like, all right, blue square, where would it go? I'm going to place it here. Now, moving forward, my next building has to touch a building that's already in play. So I've got the squiggly blue.
So now you can put it on the other side of the river.
It just has to be touching.
You still cannot cross the river with one tile, but you can place it on either side of the river.
So yeah, so again, I'll place it here. Then my next one will be a red squiggly, and then I can choose, maybe I want to put that here.
Now,
I don't know.
These tiles are one-sided, which most polyomino games you can invert them or flip them. This one you can't. You've got the shape.
For the record, that really bums on the L shapes.
Yes.
I don't think they thought this through because all of the L's are the same
They're the same shape, so you have to stick. Well, they probably did think it through.
I hope they didn't, because I'm annoyed by it, to be quite honest with you. All the other ones you can kind of rotate and it doesn't matter, but the L's, it matters.
This is definitely not your traditional polyomino where you can invert and flip. That's definitely not in this case. You have to take the pieces you got and do what you can. Play with your toys nicely.
Listen. Anyway, but overall, I mean, this is a straight up Tetris game. If you like that kind of game, this is it. This is really the only mechanism in this game starting out, and that basically you're just trying to fill your board, get all your pieces on, and have as little gaps as possible, except unless they're trees, right? So I will point out that, if you leave a green space, it's -1, but if you leave a rock, it has 2 rocks on it, so that's a -2. So you almost want to be, anyway, just so judge accordingly. Overall, though, that's it. Do you like Tetris games? That's the question you have to ask yourself. If the answer is yes, you want to look at this. I'm going to introduce this game to my mother. She will really like it. However, my brother, who's more into war games, didn't really care for it. So you kind of have to gauge there.
Yeah.
Give it a score.
Given the fact we've only played the first 2 campaigns,
I think it's only going to get better.
I think it has to get better, because right now I'm at a 5 or 5.5. It's just very dry, very vanilla type of game so far. I hope it's going to get better. Like, what was the campaign game?
Charterstone.
Not Charterstone, the other one we played. Riverdale, or what was it? Something. I don't remember. It was another one, but it felt like that one started out really dry, but got way better.
Well, I think this is going to be the case too, because already because we played 2 rounds, the second round it added another component as far as placement, and that amped things up, I think, quite a bit, because it wasn't just fitting it on; it's where you place your different tiles at.
Well, we're not going to talk about the campaign. No spoilers.
No, but I'm just saying it matters. So it matters where you place your tiles, not just about filling the board. So I can't see it getting any worse. So I would like to come back and revisit this game once we.
Well, I think, like you said, I think your mom, regardless, your mom will enjoy it because she likes very simple type games, like puzzle type games. So.
But this will slowly increase it. Exactly. So hopefully by the end, it's a game that we can all appreciate. But yet she's had a couple of rounds to learn it. So this might be a really good for your slow to learn.
And I do appreciate that as a legacy game, it's not throwaway. Once you're done, the other side of the board is a permanent, ongoing game that you can play.
Yeah. So I think the thing is, really, if you like Tetris games, I think you should get it. I can't wait to finish the campaign. When we finish the campaign, we'll maybe leave a comment of maybe our new ratings, or maybe we'll revisit the ratings.
And what was your rating on this at the moment?
I think I agree with you with the 5.5. But again, that second round made it like it was like the first was 5, but then the second round is 5.5. Like, I think it is only going to get better as we learn the different rules. I think just with like Charterstone, it was a very basic worker placement, but then it slowly advanced to be the full game, and it was really good. So I think
that one was really good for the few rounds in the middle, and then it tanked at the end.
Well, we will agree to disagree. I actually play Charterstone on the app all the time, so there's that.
Do you not have any other apps?
Well, I could play with you, so that leaves me with Charterstone.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope to catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.